Hello everyone, Jeff here. I want to take a couple minutes to show you how to edit and add events on our website. So once you've logged in, click over here on events, and it is going to show you all of the events that you have listed. Now what we've done is we have added all of these different events as templates that you can build off of, that you can use. And it is different from the old site in that way. So if you wanted to do a YouTube camp, you would scroll down to one of these and click on duplicate. I will show you how to edit it momentarily, but now it's going to duplicate and it's going to have the YouTube camp and it's going to have copy here. So the first thing we will do is change copy to, you might want to call it a specific week, like July 17th. And then you're going to delete what is in this box and click OK. And it is going to change the content for you. And then the description for the most part is going to be the same. In this box, you can make any changes you need to. You notice that here we have added the name, the dates, the time, and the price so that it was clearer to see. And then you can scroll down here. I'll explain these different things to you. Activate review and ratings. So this would allow parents or customers to write reviews for each event. In our case, it isn't really that practical because we aren't running the same event over and over again. RSVP, we don't really have them RSVPing for our events. They just buy a ticket and arrive. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to activate tickets for the event. So you have here your price. You could also add a sale price. So if you were to put in $1.99 on the event page, it will show $2.99, and then it will show that crossed off and have $1.99. So you could leave that. I will show you what it looks like with it left. And then the next slider here is manage ticket stock. So put how many you want to sell, 10, 20, whatever you would like. You could show the remaining tickets. I know a lot of you don't like to do that because then it also shows how many have sold. These ones we don't do. We don't show the ticket, the guest list. You can place the ticket out of stock if it was sold and sold individually. So we do often allow people to buy more than one ticket at a time. So if you had an event where you only wanted them to purchase one, you would click on that. Stop selling tickets however many minutes before the event ends. 20 minutes, you could change this to 240, however many minutes you want to stop selling it. And then this gets a little repetitive. The section title, YouTube Camp, you could put here in the ticket field description, week of July 17th. Now you're going to see how horrible my typing is, and you also get to see how my hands are flying around all over the place. And then ticket image. I'll show you this. We have loaded into your library almost every camp image that you could need, and a few that just came from the website. So if you find one that you would like to use, you would just click on it and it would insert it. So we'll go back to YouTube because it is a YouTube camp. And there it is. You'll see that we also used it over here for the event image. They show up in different spots. Most of the time you'll have the same image in both spots. Then scrolling down, you would click on, if you want, allow customers to submit inquiries. And this just allows them right from that sales page to send you an email with a question. Enable ticket variations and options. This is something we haven't gotten into yet, but there could be additional prices, for example, or maybe you want to, some events are more expensive depending on their age. Cancel, I will look at that in a moment. Now for the event subtitle, again, this is the same, YouTube camp. And then for the time and date, Typically, they are all-day events, but if we didn't want it to be, so camp starts on, I said July 17th. This is very straightforward. Select the time, starts at 9, and this program is going to end on the 18th at 4 p.m. Select your time zone. It is important because it should show time zones. It should show the event in their local time zone. These ones we don't bother with. If it were a repeating event, so let's say you're going to run the same class every Saturday morning, you could click on repeating, and it should ask you if it repeats weekly, how many weeks is it going to repeat? 10 weeks. And it's going to repeat on Saturday, like that. But that's not something we typically, do, so we'll leave that. Now, location. If you don't have a location set up, I apologize. So you would select one from the list. Some of these are here, obviously not from your location. We can delete those. So save changes. Click on the X. This is going to generate a map from the address, and it will also show directions from their address to your address. The organizer isn't something we typically bother with. Here you can select how it's going to open when someone clicks on it. Typically it slides down so it opens up larger. Here you can have it pop out into a different page. This one would just be a window, so we could select that one. Here is a learn more about the event. So again, we don't necessarily need to do this one because it already is creating that event. Here it would open in a new window. We don't really want to open in a new window. It doesn't really make sense because we want them to stay on the same page. Rsvp Reminders. So you should click on these. This will send people a reminder before the event starts, email 1, 2, and it sends them one after. And that is all you need to do on here. All of that is irrelevant. And then on this side, this column under Publish, you could make it a featured event. You could cancel the event. You could make it something that was shown for only logged in users. We wouldn't typically use that, but you are welcome to. Tags are going to help people find it easier, so we can select YouTube and add it if it doesn't show up there. The event type. This helps with sorting on your calendar. So if it was a summer camp, click on summer camp. If it's a virtual class, click on virtual class. For the time being, for reasons I don't yet understand, for a summer camp, for a virtual class, we also have to click on summer camp. And then the event type, we don't have an event 2 type at the moment. It would just be if it were all a summer camp and also for younger kids, for example. The templates are things we've already set up. You already have the image. You could add additional images if you wanted. When everything is done, I would click on Save Draft. And if you were going to do a lot of camps at the same time, you could, from this point, just click on Duplicate. Now this is loading slowly because everyone's internet is slowed down at the moment. Maybe yours isn't where you're watching this. Now here is the link. So you can click on Preview. I like to right-click on it so that it opens it in a new tab for me. Hopefully this will keep recording this tab. Looks like it is. So this is the event you just created. You have your event details, time, location, and you can add it to the cart. So it is ready to go. Now it should be there. If we clicked on summer camps, we would have a second summer camp on July 17th. I actually don't want to do that, so I am going to, well, it's still a draft, so that is okay. Now I will go over here to events. And this one, that's just a draft. I'm going to throw it in the trash because I don't need it. Now, if you wanted to create your own event, if we've talked and you said, hey, I'm going to do an event for Lego robotics, then it is a very similar process. You would click add event and you would add your own event title, event description, event tickets, again, with the price, manage the stock so you sell the right amount. There is nothing worse than having more kids show up for a program than you were expecting, and then you have computers for. And you just go through the same way. Ticket description, or ticket subtitle, ticket description, choose an image, an event subtitle, your time, time zone, location. I know this is probably repetitive now. RSVP or event reminders. And then on this right column, your tags, your event type, and add the image. And it is that easy. So I think that's all I'm going to do for this one, just so that you have something succinct on events. This should allow you to update and edit any events that you already have on the site. And I will create more of these videos and then send them your way as needed. So thank you very much. Talk to you soon.